Welcome, my friends, to Microsoft Project in 5 minutes. You know, I absolutely love this tool because it gave me my big break in project management. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up a project. So, assuming you've just logged into your Microsoft Project, you hit New, you could hit Blank Project or something else. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and click Blank Project because I like to show you how to do this from scratch. First thing you want to do here is ensure that the lower left is not on manual schedule. This is so important because Microsoft Project needs its brain. This is like turning on its brain. So auto schedule helps everything be automatically scheduled. When you've hit auto schedule like that, the first thing you want to do is set your beginning date for the project. We're going to go in here and we're going to make this a February date in the future. So let's make this February 10th and say OK. This project is going to be for a learning management system build. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do analysis and some design and some developing and some testing and some implementing. And we're also going to have training rolled out all through. Now that you've done that, you could do a couple of things. You could either click on number 2 and hit insert. And when you hit insert on your keyboard, it just inserts rows below. Okay? So for the sake of the illustration, I'll say team, event, team, research, stakeholder meeting, conclusion, and some sort of sign off. Now, all I need do to get this as an indent under analysis is to highlight it all, go to task, let's link them first. And now that we've linked them, we're just going to move them using this indent task. You see that? So let me go ahead and activate this if you're not seeing it anymore, because I want you to see everything that I'm doing. So I'm going to use this so that you can see very nuanced. So you're going to click on that and boom. Now analysis is the parent and those are the children. Okay. We're going to do something similar for those that are under. One of the cool things about Microsoft Project is you can copy tasks like this, and all we're going to do is right click and we are going to insert, and we're just going to paste everything that we did in. Boom. We can also just paste it right in there and just put it right under where you want to insert them. So you see I'm just inserting a bunch of tasks right under the parents. Again, all you need to do is highlight what you want to indent. We actually don't need this, so let's delete it. Delete task. And a, a shortcut is to hold down your control key while you select all of these. Okay. Because they're all repeat meetings, and we're just going to indent once and boom, all of them indented. We're also going to put some more here and indent them all for the sake of this illustration, my friends. Okay, let's go ahead and hit indent. Now we have all of these phases, if you will. But in order to know how long each will take, we have to put in the child durations. So we're going to put in some random durations. The cool thing is I can copy those durations and I can paste them just where the children are, not the parent phases, but the children. And then it's going to show me each of these is 10 days. I'm going to modify it slightly just for the sake of the illustration so that you can see that they are different. And let's do a few here. And that, and that. All right. So now we have 4 phases. We've done the define activities. We've sequenced them almost. We just got a little bit left to do because we haven't joined the first. You see, when you're building a schedule, you want to link everything like a carriage. So we got to link 7 to 5 in some way, right? We got to link 12 to 10 in some way. So we put in the 10. We want to link this one, the team event, to number 15. So we put in a 15. We want to link this one, 22, to 20. So we put in a 20. And do you see how the carriage is formed? You're not leaving anything at the station. And this is going to be 25 right over here. Link that to 25, and voila, there is your schedule. Nicely joined, already 30 tasks. And I mean, you can always go in here and name these accordingly. But the overall idea is you're able to sequence all of this stuff, you're able to link them, and you're able to put in some names, right? Some names. And we have names for each of these tasks. And for the sake of the illustration, we'll just copy the names, make slight modifications, make it a little bit believable, and so on and so forth. But now we've done define activities, we've sequenced the activities, right? Which was joining all of these. You got all of these predecessors there, which we've engineered. Then we've estimated the duration, and that's your schedule. The only thing that's left, you want to right click, insert column, and you want to have a percent complete so that you can track these as they are being done, as I showed in the last video. Okay? Now that we've done this, I want to show you something else that you could do in this world of Microsoft Project. We could go to our resource sheet. So let's go to view and resource sheet. And here in our resource sheet, we can actually put some monies in for these people. So if we're paying each person $100 an hour, we can take this, make it the same. And now when we go back to our Gantt chart and we right click and insert, watch this, cost. When we insert cost, we can see the monies that we're racking up on this project. But not just that, we can see that pretty much every one of these has got the same cost, or almost, right? We made a few modifications. I'll explain all of that in the course when you come aboard. There's a lot of details, but I'm showing you the functional use of Microsoft Project. So if we go into the Gantt chart format and over here, use the outline and project summary functions. So let me get out of your way. I might be in your way. Okay, let me get out of your way for a second. And all right, so over here, as you can see, we have outline number, project summary. And you can see the project summary, which is project 6. When we name it something else, it will change. But going all the way down, you can see like in a WBS style, all this stuff has been named. And we can also see the cost for the entire project. This is what Microsoft Project does. It helps you keep track of your project. So when the time comes and your project goes live, you could begin putting in percent complete like that, and you see the progress bar appear. This will be a very good example, this one. So assuming we're 100% done, see that progress bar right over there? This is showing you progress and is holding you accountable. And you use this as a tool to help guide the team, not to be draconian with the team, but to guide the team. So that's the cost, right? But let me undo what I did because I want to show you something else. So assuming we have gotten all of this information, we want to baseline our project. To baseline your project, you got to put in some baseline. So let's put in the baseline cost, and let's put in the baseline put in the baseline finish and start. So we can put in the baseline finish and put in the baseline start. These numbers and these values, they're going to be populated with a baseline that freezes everything, right? That actually captures it, like etches it in stone. If you wanted to save your baseline, you would go on down to the project and set baseline, the project menu. Let's make sure you got that pointer showing. Project, set baseline. See that? Set baseline. And when set baseline appears, you want to do it for the entire project. And watch what happens. The moment we hit OK, you're going to see the baseline cost, the baseline start, the baseline finish populate with these values over here. Say OK. Boom. So all of these values, the cost is all translated. But what happens when the project is actually live and you're beginning to do stuff? Well, you got to track what's going on with the actuals. See? So if we put in actual cost, you see there's no cost yet because we haven't started doing stuff. If I put in actual start and actual finish, the moment we begin claiming some percent completes, watch what's going to happen. So if I say we are 25% done, see that? I just typed in 25%. Look at the numbers, see what's going to happen. Boom. $200 because 25% complete, and it shows the start date. Now, assuming I start this later, I could still go in there and change it. But what happened? What happened is that the baseline start is still showing that I should have started on the 10th of February, but this is showing that my actual start is 2/12/25, 2 days late. And as a result, I can see this shading of blue to tell me that something's moved. So if you're not right on point, Microsoft Project alerts you by changing the look and the feel of some of these parameters. So my friends, I hope this is helping you. I hope it's giving you some guidance, some ideas about how Microsoft Project works. But I understand that we cannot do everything in an hour or even 2 hours, even 3 hours, right? And for that reason, I have a 12-hour course where I train Microsoft Project in a lot of detail. By the time we're done, you will go away with a deep understanding. And I know Microsoft Project is a pretty pricey tool, right, to use. A lot of people complain, Phil, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. But I tell people, when you come aboard our program, we show you some of the consultants, some of the resellers that work with Microsoft, and you can get the Microsoft Project Pro versions at a steal. But you have to come on our program. When you come on our program, we'll show you how you can get Microsoft Project installed, just like the version I showed you just now. You'll be able to do that, and it will be very low cost. But the cost for this course, you can see it on the screen. The cost for the Microsoft Project is a fraction of this. So it behooves you to jump on the paddy wagon, join the course. This is your big opportunity 2025, just like it was for me. I remember I wanted to get to that next level and I couldn't. I didn't know how until I learned Microsoft Project, and then a door opened, an opportunity. And I went for the interview and it was about Microsoft Project, and that's what I needed to use on the job. And that's how I got into the world of project management. That's how I broke in proper to the big companies. I'm not talking about the small little dog project management. I mean the big dogs, six figure, but it started with Microsoft Project. And from there, I graduated and moved up and up, but it started with Microsoft Project. So maybe you are trying to get into the world of project management. Microsoft Project may very well be your free meal ticket. Once you learn it and you truly know it, which you will from our program, you'll be able to sell yourself. All right? Jump on the program. Let's go. Let's do this. I look forward to seeing you elevate your project management in 2025 and beyond.